It all started after Papa fell ill. We lost everything. My whole life became a downward spiral. I often questioned God, wondering why this had to happen to us. We could barely eat. Life felt like a punishment. But the worst part, my mother became my worst nightmare. My name is Ola, and this is my story. I am the first child of Chief and Lolo Akudinobi. My younger siblings, Obina and Nneka, were born 5 years after me. We were the family everyone admired. My father was a wealthy businessman, dealing in imported household electronics, while my mother owned a thriving fabric store. We lived in a grand mansion, attended the best schools, and also topped our classes. Obina, you need to catch up, I would tease as he struggled with his homework. He would frown and respond, "Just wait, I'll beat you in maths someday." Nneka would giggle and we would all laugh together. Our family was a close knot and I couldn't imagine life any other way. One fateful day, Mama received a call from God is Good Hospital. Her hand trembled as she picked up the phone. "Yes, this is Mrs. Akudinobi," she said, her voice filled with dread. The next thing I knew, we were rushing to the hospital. There laid Papa, hooked up to machines, his legs bandaged. The doctor approached us with a grim expression. "He's in coma. It was a severe accident. He would need time to recover," he said. Mama wept uncontrollably and I felt my world crumble. I tried to comfort her, but the fear in my heart made it hard to breathe. As weeks turned into months, our financial situation worsened. The medical bills were piling up. I took on new responsibilities, cooking for my siblings, taking them to school, and managing the store. One evening, Mama returned home crying. "What happened?" I asked, trying to hold back my own tears. She sat down, defeated. "The store, the goods are all gone. The boy said they deposited money into your father's account, but it's frozen. The bank might come for the house," she said, her voice breaking. My heart sank. I held my chest, struggling to breathe. "What are we going to do, Mama?" I whispered, my voice barely audible. She looked at me with a mix of helplessness and pain. "We will sell the cars and move to a smaller place. We need to survive," she replied, trying to sound strong. We sold almost everything, our cars, our valuables, until the bank came for our mansion. We moved into a tiny 2-bedroom flat. It was a harsh reality. Papa was still in coma and our lives had completely changed. One day, Auntie Ngozi, Mama's best friend, visited our small shop. "Chinwe, things are tough now. Maybe Ola should put off her university plans for a while. She can help you at the store, perhaps get married soon. A good husband might be her saving grace," she suggested. The idea of marriage felt like a death sentence. That night, Mama woke me up. "Ola, I've thought about what Ngozi said. You are our only hope. You are our first child. We are depending on you." You need to forget that school for now and help with the business, she said, her voice cracking. Tears streamed down my face as I hugged her tightly. I will, Mama, I whispered, though my heart was breaking. At 17, I became a breadwinner. I ran the store, went to the market, and even started hawking goods in the streets. One day, while selling tomato, a man in a shiny Range Rover pulled up. "Hello, beautiful," he said with a smile. I ignored him and walked away, feeling uneasy. The next day, the same man, Mr. Donald, approached our store. He bought fabrics worth 65,000 and handed me 70,000 naira, giving Mama an additional 30,000 naira. "Today is my birthday. Just a little kindness," he said, smiling charmingly. Mama and Atengozi beamed, but I felt a knot in my stomach. He became a regular customer at the store, showering my family with gifts. Mama seemed pleased. One day, she pulled me aside. "Ola, I think Mr. Donald likes you. He's a good man and could help us," she said, smiling hopefully. "Mama, I'm only 17. I don't need a man. Mr. Donald is too old to be my husband," I protested, but she wouldn't hear it. One evening, Mr. Donald proposed marriage to me. "I see a future with you, Ola. I will put you through school and take care of your family," he promised. I was stunned. I didn't love him. I hardly knew him. He was too old to get married to me. I declined, but Mama pressured me. Mama told me Mr. Donald had promised to take care of Papa's medical bills, put me in school, pay for our rent, and take care of us. "You are our only hope," Mama told me. She added, "Ola, you are the first child. Do you want your siblings to suffer? Do you want your father to die? You need to get married to Mr. Donald. Getting married to him will help us survive. Please don't miss this opportunity. For my sake, Ola." I told Mama I can't, and what followed was a resounding slap. Mama had never hit any of us, and that was the first time. Tears filled my eyes as I realized I had no choice. I married Mr. Donald. After a month, we lost Papa. What followed was a nightmare. He was not just older than me, he was a drug addict, a womanizer, and a violent man. I became his maid, his punching bag. Whenever I asked about school, he would laugh bitterly. "You think money grows on trees? Do you know how much I spent on your family?" He would shout before hitting me. 7 miscarriages later, my health was deteriorating. Mama would visit, oblivious of the abuse, and she would ask, "Why haven't you given your husband a child?" I couldn't tell her the truth. One night, he came home drunk and assaulted me. In a moment of fear and self-defense, I grabbed a knife and I stabbed him. I didn't remember much after. The neighbors called the police. I woke up in the hospital. The policeman told me I had acted in self-defense. My mother came to visit, tears streaming down her face. Ola, I am sorry. I never meant for this to happen, she cried. I forgave her. She was still my mother, despite everything. After I recovered, I took all the money from Donald's safe, sold the house, and moved abroad. I finally enrolled in a university, determined to make something of myself. I supported my family from afar, and Mama, having learned her lesson, changed for the better.